Alrighty, everybody. I'm going to be going over my experiences between a $60 Rocky Mountain clutch and the $200 KTM clutch. My biggest problem that I have had, that I ran into, was my clutch was dragging. If this thing didn't fire up when it was in neutral, it was hard to start. I couldn't start the thing in first gear. It had to be in neutral to fire the thing up, to light it up. Electric start didn't want to work. It felt like the clutch never disengaged. So I did a couple of things. The first thing I did that helped was I got rid of the heavy duty springs and went with the factory KTM clutch springs. Noticed an improvement, still wasn't to where I need it. I race hare scrambles, so I need the bike to be able to fire up in the woods, and I need to be able to fire it up quickly. Trying to find neutral, kick it over, is just a pain in the butt. And I just, it's a 2012 bike, and I just don't think it should be like that. So, started digging into it. I looked at my clutch basket. My clutch basket was slightly notched, so I went ahead and I bought this made out of gold Rekluse clutch basket. Very nice. I love it. It's pretty sweet. Put the clutch back together. Still having issues. Still dragging. It felt like the thing was never disengaging. Of course, I bled my clutch, hydraulic clutch, did all that 1,000 times. So I said, the hell with it. I'm going to order the KTM clutch and see what's going on. Now, what I can tell you from the get-go, the biggest thing, and I don't know yet because I haven't put it in yet, but we're going to find out. I'm already feeling good. The tangs. These little tangs right here that sit in your clutch basket. These things, it has slight play in the basket. It doesn't fit in there super tight, and it did it when it was brand new. I just didn't think about it. I think I was putting the clutch in the night before race. I was just trying to get everything freaking done, so I just didn't do it. This clutch fits in that basket like they were machined from the same piece. I went ahead and I measured each of these, and these are all right on the money. And like I said, slightly larger than this. And so this clutch fits in that basket perfect. I think that the Tusk brand, it just had a little bit of play inside that basket, and it caused it to, hang up a little bit. The plates didn't want to disengage. It was like a stiction effect. The other thing, Rocky Mountain, they use these dimple plates. Now, when I pulled this out of my bike, this thing came out stuck together. And I've had motorcycles before, and I've never seen a bike do that. Not to say that maybe that's normal or not, just I didn't notice it. But I think with these dimpled plates, it causes a stiction effect with the oil gets, in between those dimples, and allows everything to stick more tightly together. This clutch isn't a bad clutch. I had no problems with it slipping. My clutch felt fine. It wasn't bad by any means. Except if you fucking killed it, you had to find the thing in neutral to fire the thing up. Now, it's an hour and 20 minutes into an hour and a half hare scramble. You're exhausted. You killed the bike, and you got to find neutral, and it happens at the worst time. So, I just couldn't deal with it, and I didn't think it was right. Another big thing. So, these pads on this clutch are tiny. It looks like, in comparison, I'm gonna get really close here. It looks like, see how much smaller the pads are, the actual friction material is versus the Tusk brand. And I don't know if that is also causing more of a stiction effect with it too as well. Also, the big thing is the plates are smooth. So I'm gonna get this assembled. I'm gonna try it out. I'm pretty much feeling like, yes, this is gonna be fantastic. Like I said, not that the Tusk brand clutch is junk by any means. Motocross, I'm sure this clutch is probably, right on the money. For me, just that annoyed the shit out of me. Yeah, I guess if you kill your bike in a motocross race, you're coming in last anyway. But you can kill your bike in a hare scramble and keep trucking. So we're gonna put this all back together. KTM clutch. The other thing is I'm pretty sure, because my basket was notched. That's why I replaced it with the Rekluse basket. My basket was notched, and I'm thinking because this thing, with these tangs having play, allowed it to kind of beat and bang in that aluminum, could have caused that. So maybe Tusk, yikes. But at the same time, it's like 200 bucks versus 50 bucks, you know, and freaking everything about a dirt bike is expensive, especially if you're young and whatever, and you know, you're just starting out and trying to keep costs down low. But that's my experience. I wanted to share it with everybody because I was just frustrated as shit about trying to figure out why it was doing what it was doing. And that's it. So we get everything put back together, and we're gonna find out. Oh, and so everybody else knows, I tried every type of transmission fluid. Tried ATF, Bellray Gear Saver. I got synthetic Rotella in it right now. The recommended weight, whatever KTM's factory spec is in a Bellray brand. And it seemed like when I went to the Rotella, that actually gave it the best, the less drag out of all the brands. But, you know, I'd probably go back with that ATF stuff. I don't have a problem with Rotella. I really don't. I just never used it. My buddy recommended it, so I was like, okay. The other thing is, when your good buddy Sean tells you, Jeff, run KTM, and you're like, no, you only been doing this for 30 years. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You listen to him because he knows what he's talking about. That's why he can start his bike in gear and you can't because you went with the Tusk brand. So, I'll check back in with you guys. See ya, bye.